Bapuji, there is a question. Why were the Behad souls created? How were they created, and who created them? Many of the souls have confusion about this. Even the souls who walk in the path of Behad Gyan, infinite knowledge, are confused. They believe that Behad souls came from the highest supreme abode, Paramdham.
No, the Behad souls did not come from the highest supreme abode.
Okay.
The Father of the Infinite, Behad Kabap, came into our solar system, Brahmand, along with the Prime Minister of the Infinite, Behad PM. Then he arranged for the creation of the Behad souls within our Brahmand.
Okay. So when he came in the incorporeal form, does that mean they didn't exist before that?
Yes, they had no existence before that.
Okay.
The creation of the Behad souls was done by Behad Kabap, the Father of the Infinite.
How did he create them?
Listen carefully. When the Father of the Infinite came into this Brahmand, you know why he had to come, right? When he saw that something had gone wrong, he called for many reports. Through the Behad Prime Minister and through the souls of the 21st generation. But he was not satisfied, because a black dot had appeared, and such a black dot never existed anywhere in the infinite creation. So the entire multiverse had become disturbed. Reports came through the Prime Minister, but the Father of the Infinite still wasn't satisfied. So he himself came down to investigate into our Brahmand. He came into our solar system, into the Paramdham, supreme abode of our solar system.
What does Nirakar mean?
He was in the incorporeal formless state. Then he manifested one incorporeal form, that of this Brahman Shiv Shakti, who had already descended into the human realm. The entire Brahman had fallen. Even the incorporeal form had come close to earth. Even the incorporeal Shiv. So he created a first form, a very powerful incorporeal form. He shaped that incorporeal energy into an Akari subtle form and created Parampurush, the Supreme Being. He placed the essence of Parampurush within the being of Param Shiv, and from Parampurush came forth Param Shakti, the Supreme Power. He awakened both Param Shakti and Shiv Shakti, and took them to the higher realm called Shiv Puri. Then he infused divine light into the incorporeal Shiv of this Brahmand, and took him into the supreme light of Paramdham. Thus the Father of the Infinite had come to reactivate and rejuvenate this Brahmand. He initiated a long process through Shiv Shakti. That same Shiv Shakti has been working for 1.98 billion years. Earlier there were Shiv Shaktis who had come as cells from Mahashiv. They came during Brahma's first half-cycle, Parart. They had already completed their roles and dissolved. At the junction between Brahma's first and second Pararth, when the first was ending and the second was beginning, at that confluence period, at that time the Almighty Authority, the Father of the Infinite, came in the incorporeal form, along with the Behad PM, the Prime Minister of the Infinite Realms. He created a first group who became the Shiv Shaktis. They were extremely powerful. For 1.98 billion years, they worked powerfully within the infinite Brahmand. They operated within this Brahmand as Shiv Shakti. Then he created another form, the Nirakar form, in Paramdham. He manifested this Nirakar form within Paramdham itself. From that Nirakar form, first 108 were created, and later 1,008 souls were created in Nirakar incorporeal form. These are the 108 and 1,008 souls of the infinite Behad. They emerged in incorporeal form. That's why they are very powerful, extremely powerful. The Father of the Infinite did not do it himself. He had it done through his divine mechanism. So 108 and 1,008 were created in Paramdham. Through those 108 and 1,008, the knowledge of the entire multiverse was absorbed within Paramdham. Later, when it was felt that some practical work and experience needed to be done on earth, they left Paramdham and came to Shiv Puri, the subtle world of Shiva. The Father of the Infinite transformed from incorporeal, Nirakar, to subtle, Akari form and came into Shiv Puri. And then the Father of the Infinite created another form, another creation. He told that creation, "You go 500 kilometers above the earth." He sent it 500 kilometers above the earth. It was a sphere of divine power, a globe of supreme light about 2 kilometers in diameter. That form has been working there for 1.5 million years. And the Father of the Infinite, from his subtle form in Shivpuri, kept controlling it. The Behad Prime Minister is also with him. So the Behad PM is also actively working. Above that lies Paramdham, and this level is Shivpuri. Understand this positioning. Thus the subtle form was created from the incorporeal one. Even within this Brahman, the incorporeal one worked for 1.98 billion years. Now, what does 1.98 billion years mean in Earth's measure of time? In Brahmapuri, 1 second of Brahma equals 100,000 Earth years. In Vishnupuri, 1 second equals 200,000 Earth years, and in Shivpuri, 300,000. And in Paramdham, 1 second equals 2.5 million Earth years. So when we talk about 1.98 billion Earth years, if you convert that into divine seconds, imagine how many seconds that would be. Count it. In that many seconds, they absorbed the entire knowledge of the multiverse. The Father of the Infinite internalized complete detailed knowledge of the entire multiverse. The Behad PM also manifested many forms and sent them to galaxies, universes, and great universes. He sent forms across the entire multiverse. And he brought back all detailed information from there. Even today, that work continues. The multiverse is undergoing the process of transformation. Many layers of transformation are simultaneously taking place. So the 108 and 1008 were born in the incorporeal world, born as incorporeal beings. And along with the 108, this 500 kilometers above Earth being has been working for 1.5 million years. Those 108 and 1008 are still with the Father of the Infinite. The 1008 have transformed from incorporeal to subtle forms and are here with the Father of the Infinite. The 108 are with the 500-kilometer sphere. That's the form we call the 500-kilometer one. That is the second form of the Father of the Infinite. Now, what is the first form? The one who enacted the role of Shiv Shakti. That one was extremely powerful. He sustained this Brahman and the earth for 1.98 billion years. And this second form, the one 500 kilometers above Earth, has been observing everything happening on Earth for 1.5 million years. Then, during his observation, when he had to deal with the demonic Asuri forces, he first emanated powers and formed several groups. He made 7 groups. Each group had 7 powers. In one group, 9 powers were made. I have explained this earlier. This was within the galaxy Mahabrahman. Then when the time came for corporeal manifestation in the age of Rama, he created one form of himself. The 500-kilometer one manifested a form of his own. He created a cell of himself and sent it as Rama. Along with Rama, he created another cell of his nature, which became Sita. So in the incarnation of Rama, only his cells became Rama and Sita. The rest of the 108 were within Rama's army, like Hanuman, Angad, and the other great warriors. Those were forms of the 108 who entered and worked through them. In the Rama incarnation, no direct, full divine being descended physically. Only the cells became Rama and Sita. You understand? Later, after Rama's time, about 806,000 years passed. At the end of Treta Yuga, Rama ruled for 12,000 years. Then came Dwapar Yuga, which lasted 864,000 years. At the end of that, they decided that during Krishna's incarnation, they would all come themselves. So the 108 also created forms and came into physical human incarnation. And even the 1008 created forms and descended from above into the physical realm. Again, the 500-kilometer one created 16,000 forms, and later 900,000 forms. These were subtle-bodied Kari forms emerging from here. Their souls were all made of supreme light. Their bodies were made of the supreme element, Paramtattva. Then they came into human incarnation. When he incarnated physically as Krishna, the 500-kilometer one projected one form of himself. He placed one cell that became Krishna, and it was he himself in subtle form who guided and worked through the physical Krishna. He left one subtle Akari form on earth along with the corporeal one. That subtle form was directing all the actions. So the entire arrangement was made by the 500-kilometer one. Thus 16,000 forms were made. 100 of them were working in Krishna's golden Dwaraka. He also emanated certain powers working in subtle form within golden Dwaraka. Some were working in physical form, and Krishna assumed 16,108 forms. He had 10 sons and 1 daughter. The golden Dwaraka still exists. It existed 5,000 years ago and sank into the ocean. Even at that time, great efforts were made to transform the world. The 500-kilometer one worked very hard during Krishna's incarnation. But still, transformation could not be achieved. So neither in Rama's age nor Krishna's age did the divine rule fully manifest. So the Father of the Infinite himself descended. God himself came down. He said, "What is this? You all are unable to bring change. You've been working on earth for 1.5 million years. Go and see why it's not transforming." Thus the Almighty Authority himself took a corporeal form. That's why it is said in the Vani, the divine speech, your father became from Nirakar to Akari subtle to Sakari physical. And then again from physical to subtle and back to incorporeal, to rescue his children, the 108, 16,000, and 900,000, who are trapped in human incarnations. To liberate them, the 500-kilometer one requested Behad, the Father of the Infinite. You yourself go to earth, because these are the Infinite's own children. They are trapped in human incarnations. They have been cycling through birth and death for 5,000 years. Therefore, their soul memory only carries knowledge of this 5,000-year earth cycle. That's why they are entangled mostly in the worldly drama. But they are infinite souls. They are lions. And there are the ones who say, "I," those lionesses too. Look at the golden Dwaraka where Krishna resides. There are his 16,108 queens. And there is his 18 divisions divine army. So see, where is Krishna now? Today the soul of Rama is also working, and so is Krishna. Where Krishna is, there are 16,108 queens and 18 divisions of army. In the golden Dwaraka, there were 550 million, 55 crore inhabitants. It was a vast golden Dwaraka, truly a magnificent golden Dwaraka. At first, it was created from the supreme element, Paramtattva, but gradually it transformed into the lower 5 elements. It became a material world of physical elements. And that entire mission, the mission of the 500-kilometer one, the Father of the Infinite's mission, could not be completed. Therefore, the Almighty Authority himself, the Father of the Infinite, the great-great-great-grandfather, came personally to earth. And now he will lift those very children and take them back to the infinite Paramdham, the supreme abode of infinity. He will take them to the highest of the high supreme abode. He will take all of them along. Param Shanti, supreme peace.
Hello, divine souls. If you have liked our videos on soul journey and spirituality, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and share with others. It will go along towards making world a better place.